Narrated in Sahih Bukhari, once an Israeli man approached another Israeli and requested a loan of 1,000 dinars. The lender, seeking assurance, asked for witnesses to the transaction. The borrower replied, "Allah is sufficient as a witness." The lender then said, "I want a surety." The borrower answered, "Allah is sufficient as a surety." The lender, moved by the man's faith, agreed to lend him the money for a certain period. The debtor went across the sea. However, when it was time to return, he faced an unforeseen challenge. He could not find any means of transportation to reach in time for the repayment of the debt. Desperate and determined, he took a piece of wood, carved out a hole, and placed the 1,000 dinars and a letter explaining his situation inside it. He sealed the hole tightly and held the piece of wood to his heart, praying earnestly to Allah, "O Allah, you know that I borrowed this money from so-and-so. He required a surety, and I assured him that you were sufficient. He sought witnesses, and I told him that you would bear witness. I have tried my utmost to find a way to repay him, but to no avail. So, I entrust this money to you." With that heartfelt prayer, he cast the piece of wood into the depths of the sea and turned away, continuing his search for a boat. One day, the lender came out of his house to see whether a ship had arrived bringing his money, and suddenly he saw the same piece of wood in which his money had been deposited. Curious, he took it home, intending to use it for firewood. Eventually, he found the 1,000 dinars and the borrower's letter inside the wood. Shortly after that, the borrower arrived, carrying another 1,000 dinars, and said, "By Allah, I had been trying hard to get a boat so that I could bring you your money, but failed to get one before the one I have come by." The lender, eyes wide with astonishment, replied, "You don't need to worry. Allah has delivered the money you sent in the piece of wood. So you may keep your 1,000 dinars and depart guided on the right path." This story teaches us the power of true trust in Allah and the extraordinary ways He rewards sincerity and integrity. When we rely on Him wholeheartedly, even the impossible becomes possible. So that's it for today. Subscribe to the channel for more such stories and reminders.